The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned. Hey everybody, welcome back to Just
Yeah, that's what I thought.
As you notice, there's a few people missing. One person's going to be joining later. That's okay. Since everyone was here last time, why not? Let's have everybody roll a d6.
Oh, piss.
The coquette immediately went from like, ha ha ha, to, oh no.
Middle of the road. I got a 3.
So did I.
I got a 2.
I got a 2 as well.
Everybody reroll.
Those are your 3s, reroll.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
I got a 3 again.
Why do you do this to me?
How outstandingly average.
Oh, I got a 4.
Abby, what happened last time?
What the fuck? Not fair. I know, but still not fair. Hang on, let me open the Discord because I wrote it down. I wrote some of it down. So we spent most of the time fighting those 2 dickhead assassins that broke into our house and tried to shank Sekald in the face.
They didn't try.
They didn't try.
Oh yeah,
I had
they
the shank
did.
still in my guts.
Yeah, that was that. Though less of a shank, more of a crossbow bolt. But yeah, so we chased them
Crossbow bolts.
out of where they were, and then ran into Captain Zindros at our front door with no explanation of how she got there or how she knew we were in danger. Managed to restrain one of the assholes. And then he bit a poison capsule into his tooth and offed himself before Abby could save him. But then she didn't feel like actually wasting spell to bring his ass back. So she said, fuck it, and reminded everybody that one of them jumped out the window, followed very quickly by Kade, who I think at that point had like both of you guys had made it into the water and he vanished because they're very sneaky. And we've discovered that we all should be carrying light sources with us because none of us have dark vision. Except for Sekald, who was still in the house. And while we were trying to figure that out, and poor Axel was running back and forth trying to catch the action and completely missing it every single time.
Like a headless chicken. Mm-hmm.
It was like a Keystone Cops moment, man. I don't know what the hell happened.
Sekald and Zindros finally get a moment and he's like, what the fuck, how did you know that I was in danger? And her response just led to more questions, as it was along the lines of something like, my contacts let me know that there were assassins looking for a Sahuagin in town and I knew that they had to be looking for you. And we're like, well, we the players, because our characters didn't see this, we're like, that just raises more questions. And then she tried to convince him to leave town with her in the night, leaving the rest of us to handle it, because apparently she thinks we're very competent and did not see all of us dying on the floor multiple times.
Or maybe she didn't care.
Yeah, and offered him land and titles and apprentices. And then when he's like, but I still need to figure out what they're doing, she stepped into a fiery portal and vanished. And then we found the other assassin and we ganked the shit out of him, except we didn't kill him. We just took him to 0, knocked his ass out, tied him up and dragged him up and then locked him in a bedroom so that we could actually finally get our full fucking rest.
After ripping out his cyanide tooth.
That too. Yeah, I also ripped out a cyanide tooth with my little halfling hands.
Abigail.
While he was underwater and couldn't breathe.
So Abigail, what's your halfling family name going to be now? Because you have Catapult. But is it going to be Ripatooth? Molarbane?
Abigail Tooth Ripper.
It sounds like the name of like a half orc that was adopted by halflings.
Sounds like a decent metal band name.
I have so many last names for this character now. Yeah, but I would like the sleep. We're gonna sleep.
Do you all sleep?
Yeah, I think we had.
I'm just skipping to like you tied him up. He's very unconscious.
Yeah, I think we.
Didn't Josul coup de grace him, and then you guys went to speak with Dead, and that's where we left off.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, no, I think we were going to do that. And then Josul was like, no, let's ask him here. I cast a spell. He passed a save. he told us jack and shit, and we were going to do cast speak with dead, but I don't have any spells left, and I also don't have that prepared, so we're gonna have to do that in the morning.
Okay, so what room in your house do you put him in?
You can put him in my room.
Do you keep him in
Let's
the
put
basement?
Let's put him in Katie's bed so she can keep an eye on him through the night.
That's not weird.
Or like under the bed. Or
That's-
on the floor.
I don't have a bed.
What?
Yeah, I just have my bedroll.
You were saying,
We-
Scotty?
Purchased a bed for you, Katie.
Gets to Katie's room, and you just see like a bed in pieces, roughly in the shape of a lamp.
No.
Have you looked in my actual bedroom?
It's even
I don't
better,
know.
Scotty. All of the lanterns are laying on the bed while she sleeps on the floor.
I thought it was just like covered in stuffed animal, like stuffed octopi and lanterns.
Well, no, those are all in there, but the bed is in pieces, and the mattress that would go on it is tipped up against the wall.
You're,
Did you sleep
you're
rough?
now figuring out where the firewood came from for your fireplace.
Oh my.
And it's not even a stuffed octopus. It's a regular octopus.
Mhm.
Wait,
He's looking a little dry.
No, you don't
Why
want
did
you don't
you
want a regular
never-
octopus in land. It looks really sad.
why did you never ask for an actual bed?
Because I have a bedroll.
Oh my sweet summer child. All right, fine. We'll deal with that in the morning.
She jumps off cliffs and breaks her neck for fun. You really
no.
want to put logic to this?
It's practice. It's not fun. It hurts like hell.
Did you not go wee?
Well, that just, is to make
My
me
point,
feel better
too.
about the fall.
I'm going to bed. I don't know about the rest of you.
Bryn
Right.
lets you all know that the seals are patrolling the waters to make sure nothing comes in or out.
Fabulous.
They sleep all day anyway, so it's fine.
They did have to swim all the way over, and they didn't get to fight anything, so that's good. They get to do something.
Be sure to tell him, good boys.
Need to figure out how to put an arcane lock on my damn chamber.
Shouldn't be too hard. It's a spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just
Just
costs
vanilla.
it costs money, right?
More of an actual, like, literal lock and not just a single spell.
This might be metagaming a little bit, but could we just go into town and buy a small dog?
Yeah, sure. Seriously, do you guys want to
I mean,
do
in
that?
the morning, yeah.
Okay,
No.
long rest. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
He's still tied up.
Yay.
Hooray.
Do you guys want to go into town and get a dog?
Should we deal with this
I
ticket
want to.
first?
I want to deal with. I want to deal with in order. The
I mean,
ghost
you have
interrogation.
literally 100 sea dogs
vampire
outside.
burning.
Wait.
It's the ghost interrogation and then the vampire burning
Fabulous.
and then
And
the
then
small
dog after.
For a second there, it looked like you just held up the middle finger when you went for that third one. Kind of concerned.
Sorry, Kevin and I were, during our games this morning, Kevin was asking an NPC to count how many fingers he had held up, but because of his green screen, I was genuinely having trouble seeing how many fingers he was holding up. Yeah.
He does like his green screen gags.
So, that morning, speak with dead. If I can find the spell.
Katie, what's your passive?
Oh, my passive is 12?
Okay.
I'm very perceptive.
Very.
When it
Mm.
comes to lanterns.
All right. So you'll wake up in the morning. The assassin that was tied up was in your room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We would have.
Is he still there? Is my first question.
Abby, so you were the first one to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You do your prayers. Get your spells for the day, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you do anything
Katie?
else?
What do I find when I wake up?
You go to wake up Katie?
Yeah, it was first thing. Like, that's what we're dealing with
I
first
just
thing in the
assume
morning.
Abby's like the first one up in the morning. That's why.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's like I'm probably a pretty early
Roll
riser,
sleep
too.
initiative.
All right.
Ooh, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay. So are we basing this off Dex or off Con?
We'll base this off of con. I think that makes more sense.
All right, then dirty 20.
Con.
Actually, would the higher con make you sleep easier?
No, you'd be more like you're more able to like get up and at it in the morning.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with that.
So it looks like a dirty 20.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Abby?
Okay.
It's a con initiative. So if you have anything that gives bonuses in initiative, you can do that. Otherwise, it's just a con throw.
Oh, why am I?
Oh shit! I didn't factor in the saving. Is it a saving throw or just like?
No, it's just initiative with
Oh.
con instead of
Oh.
dex.
Mine would be
13.
10.
Okay. So Sekald and Axel, I think, are the first two up. Whichever one of you want to go first.
I mean, last time I woke up, I woke up first. I found a bolt in my gut. I think I'm going to let somebody else do that first.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I will go and make the rounds and check in first on Sekald and see how he is feeling after being gut shot.
Okay. That would wake up Sekald. And Sekald, you're fine. Physically. I guess.
Nice.
No.
Somebody creaks open my deprivation chamber is just immediate ice knife. It's like,
No, it's like you hear me calling from down the hall. Like,
was
so
about to
somebody
say-
actually pays attention to the do not disturb sign on my.
I was supposed to say
fucking
he's paladin in heavy armor, right?
but also he's
So you're
he's,
just
he's
like
the,
chink 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 chink.
yeah. It's not like you can't hear me coming, but also he's also just the type to holler down the hall at people. Right.
I mean-
like he just considers like in person address to be more of a formality.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so he'll be calling down the hallway towards you before like knocking on the door. And then after checking in on him, Axel will go ahead and ascend upstairs and check in. Well, first check in on the state of that, like the ground floor, and make sure there's no boogers that are not supposed to be there. And then following along up, and I guess checking in on Kade next.
Okay. And then Sekald, would you be doing follow with and check on all that stuff upstairs after you get woken up?
He didn't even ask if I was wearing clothes this time.
Do you put on clothes first?
It's not like I went in there, so I was just like, "Hello, are
Yeah,
you
but
up?
you didn't ask.
Are you okay?"
I mean, first thing I have to do is get out of effectively the tub and brew my own alchemical coffee.
Axel does not care if you are dressed. A state of undress is not one that bothered him particularly.
You brew a brown potion.
Phrase it like that. Saying alchemical coffee sounds better.
Okay, give me an alchemy roll for your alchemical coffee.
Oh dear. Okay.
This is funny because it's just a brewing check, essentially.
Screw it. I'll just throw one.
Just taking a little less of a practical route. You're one of those that they make their coffee in like vials and stuff instead of an actual coffee machine.
Not only in vials, but in an extremely bad, like hangover days because I rolled a 2.
I mean, it does its job. It's bitter though.
If it works, it works.
Okay.
Is it burnt? You forgot to clean it.
It would be burnt with the 2, yeah.
Before I start heading out of the lab, if Axel is even remotely close enough, just to hear one vial shattering against the wall as I make my way out of the door. But to answer the question, after this long, yes, I would go to check in with everybody else.
I would say Sekald, I'll leave this ultimately up to you for your character. But maybe you have like a permanent scar where that assassination was attempted on your chest. And right now you would definitely have like the anime like bandages around your torso.
Well,
You're technically at full health, but
no,
that was
makes sense.
a lot of damage in one hit. So
very much so. Yeah, I'd say the anime like star kind of scar on the stomach. That makes sense.
they have rules
Ooh,
in the
it's an
DMG.
All Might scar.
They have the rules in the DMG, but I don't like to use them because then it forces like this character no longer has an arm. You know, I'm not going to do that.
It's like the All Might scar, except for my lung, it's like down closer towards my liver.
Yeah, it doesn't really do the swirl. It's just like the actual spot where it hit, and not the twist.
That's fine.
Okay, maybe the twist is like the poison, doing the weird stuff to your skin. In any case, so you
Having
two
too much
are
fun with
getting up, and you are going to go check on Kade. Abby, you get up, and you do your morning prayers and stuff, and get your gear on before you check on Kade, or you just like the second you get up, you.
I would probably check with her first, considering I know that there is an enemy sleeping in her room.
Okay, then I'll say coincidentally everybody else is to Katie's room at the same time. since Abby did wake up later, but everybody else is kind of prepared. And you all knock, and one of you knock on the door, or do you just kick the door open?
That depends. How long does it take for Katie for Katie to answer?
Katie, how deep of a sleeper do you think Katie is?
Well, let's see. I'll tell you in a second.
With a passive of 12, I would say not too much. I
I
always judge it off of past perception.
All right. I would say I rolled a con roll just to check, and I would say that with that roll, I'm sleeping a little on edge because I do have a guest, so I think I wake up on the first knock or two.
Okay. You wake up on the first knock or two and notice a draft in your room. And you look over and you see a opened window, and he's not there. The rope he was tied in is, and it's cut.
Katie,
Uh-oh.
I open the door.
I'm leaning out the window,
You see
looking
the
left
scene.
and right.
You see the scene. You all do.
Uh-oh.
Fucking damn it!
I think he went out a window.
Oh, if you had curtains in your room, they're gone. You notice that they were used
Oh,
to tie
come
knots to
on.
get over out of the window.
I liked those.
How the hell did he cut the ropes? We took all of his weapons.
Hidden blade.
Roll an investigation check.
Uh-oh.
I'm good at those. I am very good at those.
Well, that changes what spells I'm going to prepare.
Ooh, what does a 27 get me?
I only got an 18.
Okay. Yeah, no, you guys got it. You notice that the rope, in fact, was not cut, but burnt. And you notice that Katie does have a few lanterns around the place.
He used the lanterns to escape. I'm sorry, I gotta give him credit for that.
He's a professional.
That's impressive.
Oh, that son of a bitch bent my lantern. Look, the door's not shutting right.
Can I attempt...
Katie, that is not the part that should anger you the most.
You do see little bits of burnt frills of rope inside the oil in the lantern, so it's obvious that that's what he did.
I'm gonna have to clean this.
Can Axel attempt to scent track, like get a lock on his smell and follow it out the window as such, and like
Yes, roll me survival at advantage because you're keen smelling.
Sick. Okay.
What you doing, Garf?
Survival +7. Okay, so 18.
He's shedding all over my Halloween costume. 18, you said? You catch a scent. It is faint, but it is there. It's probably...
Follow it.
You know, this happened a few hours ago.
Right. So yeah, I will follow it.
It goes out the window. You're on the second story, if I recall.
10 feet, nothing. Go. Boom.
Okay, let me look on the map.
There will be an almighty thud and a clanking, like a whole section of
What did the rest of
falling
you,
down a
What
mountainside.
did the rest of you do?
I run down the wall and follow Axel out the window to the ground. I pick up Abby on the way down.
Let's see. Katie's room.
In her nightgown? Are
I
you
will go
armored and
with-
dressed?
No, because I was just going to see if we were not all stabbed again. So no, I am not in my armor.
Well, didn't he say you went through all of your prayers and did your morning?
No, we revamped that because I didn't wake up first, apparently. I slept in because I rolled garbage because I'm me.
Well, I mean, that's kind of your own.
You had a rough night. You did some dentistry. It was
You ne-
taxing.
You had
You
deal
need to
with
hire
Katie.
an exorcist or something for your plate. Like go smudge your...
It will not work. It doesn't matter. Like anything I use. Even roll 20 is just like, nope.
It leads to the front yard or the side yard. Technically not the front of the house. And this used to be a garden from whoever lived here before you guys, but it's definitely not that anymore. And it's just a bunch of grass everywhere.
Once we get
Tall
to the
grass.
garden, Abby's gonna lean over the cliff and look down to where their boat had been tied up. And do I see chum in the water? Because we left 1,000 what's it called? Seals out there guarding that boat.
Roll perception. It was quite a ways down,
Holy dicks.
and you're looking into the water.
Was that a good holy dix or?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
22.
You can actually occasionally see a seal every once in a while. Sometimes their head pops up and bobs out of the water, and they're actually looking around, keeping guard. But besides that, you don't see any other activity.
All right, well,
You're actually surprised you can see them at this angle, because at this time of the day, the sun's near the horizon, and the light is really reflecting off the surface.
it might actually make seeing them easier because I can see their shadows a bit better.
That's true.
Because they're definitely going to look different than waves.
So do I pick up the scent down at the bottom, down on the ground level?
You do, but roll me another one.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. It's 17. No, 18. Yeah, with advantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 18.
Because you're relying on your smell. You think you can smell it, but your smell also kind of loses track as you smell something else that seems to live in here.
What am I picking up besides
Some
this?
kind of animal, and it seems to reside near like a thorny mass. And you follow that scent with your eyes, and you can see there's actually a hole under the wall of the house.
I think it is time for me to call up my friend Corey, and I am going to send my little hermit crab friend down into the hole, and I'm going to just sit there cross-legged and assume crab sight and let him see for me.
Okay, you do catch the assassin's scent not going that way; it would be going somewhere else. But do you still do that?
Well, I mean, if it doesn't smell like
It's
assassin down the
much
hole-
fresher than the assassin's smell.
Well, if it's something else coming to fuck with us, then I want to know about it. And it's in the house or under the house, which makes it more of an immediate threat than a faraway assassin.
Does he roll stealth?
I mean, he's going to be stealthy about it. Yeah, he's not a stupid crab.
Okay.
Hmm, 9.
Okay. So he's like, skitter, 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 stop. Skitter, 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 stop. You know, he's using his blind sense. It's 10 feet out, right?
30, I thought, actually.
Is it
Is
30
this still
for
a-
this little guy?
Yeah, the crab's got good perception. Hang on a second.
Does it still count as Squid Games if it's a crab?
It could be a squid.
Well, at least, but it's not a kid.
Hermit crab. Perception blind sight 30, passive perception 10.
Okay. It senses. Give me perception.
16.
It senses 4 medium-sized creatures further down into here. It seems like something burrowed its way in here, and it's maybe another 10 feet ahead.
Ew.
And whatever it is, they can sense it like shifting quite a bit. So maybe it knows that he's there.
Get out of there.
Okay.
You're good. Come back.
On that, we roll initiative.
You did your
For just
job.
them.
Good job.
Oh, okay. So
18 for me.
11 for me.
Okay. Suddenly, barely coming within a line of sight for him, he will sense it way before he sees it. One of the medium-sized creatures, like quickly pounces towards him, and you would barely see in the dark that it's some kind of 4-legged mammalian-like creature, and you hear the chittering and whatnot from it, and it attempts to grab him while in the dark. An 8 would not grab, right?
No, his AC is 11.
Okay, your turn.
I use my action to dismiss him.
Okay,
So he is gone now from this plane for a moment.
all right, and then that's when
I-
you snap back to your own perception.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah, I
go ahead,
assume we
Abby.
saw him flinch.
Yeah.
What just happened?
The rest of you would have heard like rodent, like aggressive chittering.
There is some big somethings under the house.
Define big. Like big
like-
compared to Corey or big compared to me?
Like us sized? Well,
You mean like
maybe-
you sized?
Maybe somewhere in between. I don't. They were big. Well, they were big
You
for
would
Corey.
you would know from the brief moment you saw with Corey, they're bigger than Abby.
Oh, okay. So like, yeah.
At
not
least
quite
the
like-
at least the one that got into visibility.
maybe more like Katie's size.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's like some big like U-size something's down under there. They're trying to like. They tried to eat my crab. I don't know.
Ooh, should I go say hi?
Yes.
It's a 5-foot diameter hole in the,
Yeah, go make-
in the
go-
side of the garden.
Go make some friends.
I go toward the hole.
Wait.
What? What?
Should we prepare for spells for this?
You might want to. Yeah, I mean they seem kind of nasty. They just
Because
tried
if
to.
they are burying under the house, they might not know that we're here yet.
Oh no, they totally know we are here. They saw it.
Well,
You
fuck.
point out the hole, and you notice the hole is not easy to get to. There's like a thorny bushes over top of it, so it'd be kind of difficult to get underneath. But you could. I'm just saying it's like difficult terrain.
Could Sekald, do you want to do something about this landscaping?
Wait,
I mean,
Sekald?
I don't-
Sekald, do you do
I guess-
landscaping?
I look around and he's not there apparently because he didn't fucking follow us through the window. He's just been doing his own thing all
He's
day.
probably watching
Nobody
us.
even asked.
He's
So
probably
Cold sees
watching.
everybody go out the window. He walks back downstairs into his room to get his pants.
Yeah, he never did it. We just sort of expected him to be there. I look around, he's not there. I'm talking to the fucking air.
One time, Scotty. One time, and I'm never gonna live it down.
You did not
What?
state you put on pants when you came up here.
No, I did put on. Well, you're right.
Do you
Then
want
again,
to?
I wasn't asked either. No, I would have been fully suited up before I even worried about my vial of coffee. I
Okay.
would, however, still be on Katie's balcony, just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm assuming it's not terribly
Alright,
far
you're
from the garden.
you're watching this, and they clearly make it obvious through body language if you can't hear them that there's something in the garden that they're trying to investigate.
And they're trying to catch my
And
attention.
you see Axel try to catch your attention. Yes.
Okay. I will turn around and sit on the railing for Katie's balcony and scuba dive off the back and land. Instead of vaulting it like Axel did, I'm just going to scuba dive off the back, do a backflip, land on my feet, and head over there.
Do a flip.
Sick.
Say what?
Oh, sorry. I was like, do a flip.
That's exactly what I do.
And I said that was sick.
Why not acrobatics? If you fail, it doesn't nothing, no negatives. I just want to see.
my pride would be horribly maimed. Athletics. Okay. Actually, before I tell you my role, you know why scuba divers fall off the back of the boat?
Because if they fell forward, they'd still be in the boat.
I made that joke before, didn't I?
Oh, I've heard that joke before. It's a great one, but
But it's actually because of the breathers or something, right?
yeah, it's to like force air like down through the scuba system, but that
Mhm.
was not the cut and thrust of the joke, I'm afraid.
No, not unfortunately. So that gives me a total of 16 for the flip.
Yeah, you do it flawlessly.
Yay. I just nonchalantly walk over.
So
Anybody check out the hole?
yeah, just to bring you up to speed, there are some like very large, well, they're like a medium size.
Okay.
Like a
So I don't know how many of you have seen this, but you know, like if you have
rodents.
a mole or like squirrels or something, and they like dig a hole into the side of something, it's like that, but it's big enough for you guys to get in it. The only deterrent is like thorny bushes over top of it.
So Axel asks Sekald specifically to do something about that and then just gestures at the area, correct?
At the bush. I was
Okay.
specifically pointing at the
Yeah.
bush.
As he points at it, the camera goes to it and it like darkens the borders around it, and it does like a zoom in while the camera's also, or zoom out while the camera's moving towards it. I keep forgetting what that trick's called. Where it like changes the perception of like the depth of field of everything.
Oh, the fisheye lens?
You know what I mean when like they do that on like a person that gets like, surprised by something and they seem
Yeah.
to stay at the same depth, but everything else like shifts.
Right, yeah, that zoom effect.
Yeah, it does that when he points it
So
out.
the reason I ask is because not fully comprehending what's going on, Sekald just shrugs and uses mold earth to cover up the hole.
No, that's
What-
the opposite of what we needed, dude.
Sorry,
There
I
is
should have been more
something
specific.
in the hole.
Well, now they can't get out. I mean,
Not a landscaper.
I mean, actually, if you wanted to use that in a reverse to make it bigger, like, because like, what is the duration of that spell anyway?
It just happens.
It just happens.
It lasts for an hour.
Oh shit. So yeah, if
No,
you just want to
mold,
like,
mold earth, you just shift it.
oh, could
No,
we?
I think it is temporary.
While
Mold
we're at it though,
earth.
like, do you want to like start a basement? Like, we could like stick a
Duration.
storm cellar down here. It might be actually a good
Instantaneous
idea.
or 1 hour.
Okay.
We have a basement.
Then what are we digging? What is this hole leading into? Is it like a back door to the
Because
basement?
You do notice it's like it would be like into the wall and it like goes down and not to the side, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, because
Like it doesn't
we
go
have
into
grass.
the building.
Because we have grass, presumably there is a layer of topsoil and then stone underneath of us.
Hmm.
The way that I was
You
imagining
know how
is
Bugs
partially,
Bugs
like-
Bunny's house is? Like that, where he goes like straight down and then there's like a bigger area.
Good old British engineering, bigger on the inside.
Ha ha. All right, doctor. So, just there's some big nasties down there. And they're like digging under the house, and it might be a problem. They tried to eat my crab.
Oh no, where's your crab?
Oh, I sent him away. He is okay. He is
Do you
okay
send
now.
it back?
Oh yeah, now that we're off initiative and like not like fighting the things, I can now that she asked, like, oh yeah, I could do it.
As you summon him back, all you see is his shell and it's shaking.
No. We like tap him on the outside. It's okay, buddy.
Very reluctantly, it takes a few seconds. Suddenly, you just see like the antenna first, and then the 2 eyes, and then the rest of him comes out.
Oh bless his little crab heart.
I love hermit crabs; they're adorable.
They really are. You're so brave. See, I've probably got a mealworm or something.
You hear enthusiastic clicking.
Yeah, I'll look around and see if I have like a little dried parasite or something for him to snack on.
You just grab one. Yeah, I'll say you just have some.
Oh yeah, like I got like a bag of like mealworms and shit,
Mhm.
just for snacks in case I get hungry.
Mhm.
Anyway,
All right, so
Did you guys know you also have a well?
well,
I thought we did, but I didn't know for sure.
Well.
so
Let me double check the map to see if it's on this side of the house.
That actually reminds me.
It
Scotty,
is.
When we get a chance, I do want to ask you about something.
Yes.
Specifically about the garden.
Hmm. Oh, on the map that you guys have,
mhm.
I think, is it on the ground floor? Yeah, the ground floor. If you notice in like room 10, there's like that little circle outside. That's the well. And that's actually the side of the house you guys are outside of. So the well is like 10 feet away from you all, and the hole is probably like another 10, but to the south instead of north.
Okay, so I do not currently have the spell prepared that will let me make anybody smaller to get into that hole easier.
You would be able to get in without any difficult terrain because you're small size.
Well, yes, but I'm not interested in going in there alone.
Why not? You've always opened all the other doors.
There's
that
a
led to
difference
other
between
places.
opening the door and being followed by other people than going completely alone. This is the entire reason that we are having these issues, is because we split up and we're very far away from each other at the time of danger.
I feel like that's kind of leaning towards me.
Oh,
I'm just saying that we
This
spent a lot of
bush-
time last evening running around very far away from each other without a lot of communication.
Yeah, we tend to do that.
I just
It's a
realized.
thing we need to work on.
I just realized this bush is a rose bush, and Sekald kind of like buried it in dirt. But
I only moved it to fill in the hole. I didn't
It's-
affect the bush.
it's not super beautiful because it's like a rose bush that you guys aren't really taking care of or anything, and you guys are in Saltmarsh, so it's not really the best environment for it.
Salty air. I'm surprised
Yeah.
it's as good as it is.
It's not that hard.
It's a hardy plant for sure, but
Like rose bushes can survive in coastal areas. We have a fuck ton of them down here.
yeah, it's just the flowers aren't like fully vibrant and stuff.
It's just because we're not like maintaining it super well.
Mhm.
Okay, so if we go into the thing, what is our plan? And do we still have no idea what's down there, do we?
Well, I have a very easy way to find out.
What's your easy way to find out?
He holds up a jar of, or a vial of alchemist fire.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, I have a jar.
It could be
Oh, we can't hear you,
beasts.
Jesse.
It could be animals. It could be fucking anything. Also, it's under our house. You cannot put a fire under our house, Sekald. It is made of wood.
The house is over there. This should not affect more.
No, this is
It's
under the house.
You know, under the house isn't wood; it's stone.
It
But
doesn't
still.
matter.
It would still burn the basement.
Also, the basement, the area that is made of stone, is filled with alchemical things that are probably very easy to explode.
The fire would have
Sorry.
to get past the stone wall. That's to the wine cellar. You know, this would be
This
to
is not.
the wine cellar.
This is not the
Oh,
point.
sorry.
My
I'm
point
sorry.
is not worried about burning down the house. My point is we don't know what's under there. It could be a miscommunication. I am again reminded of the crab people who were not inherently evil. They were being controlled by a vampire dude, and they just wanted a place to fucking live.
I'm sorry, I have to throw this out here. That entire conversation was Abby turning to God and saying, I don't fucking care, before continuing the
Yeah,
conversation. with
the what now? What class? is
I
she?
don't know. The halfling, her halfling gods, they'd be like, you know what? I can respect that.
Oh, God.
Pretty chill.
Yeah.
As gods go.
You're willing to stand your ground. I'm not going to argue with that. I mean, you're still wrong. I'm God, but whatever. Don't quote that, please.
Out of context. Goes to swap.
Lip.
So,
Look at
to be
this
fair-
douchebag. It's just so far. Sorry, you guys go.
So, in his defense, Sekald is a walking fire extinguisher. Regardless of where the wood and or stone portion of the house is, he has mending and can put out a fucking fire. I mean, it's kind of in his moniker.
I feel like you're fires can get out of hand very quickly, and
Alchemist's fire burns in a small area for a very specific amount of time and can be countered.
can catch things on fire.
Yes,
and
but if it's going
spread.
closer towards stone, like towards my alchemist
Either way,
lab,
That's not the point. The point is not that you're going to burn down the house. Please, however, do not
No.
attempt to prove me wrong by using alchemist fire in the house. The point
That's-
is, we don't know what's under there.
if that's
It
not the
could be
point, then
friendly.
why are you arguing so vehemently about it?
Because
What is Katie and Axel
I
doing while they're
don't
doing
want
this?
to have.
Okay, so while they're actually having this little snit fit that between the two of them, like Axel just like gets bored, shrugs, and like walks over there and actually begins like just like shoving dirt back out of the way and is just gonna like
Okay, I need to
he's
say
no
this.
he's going to crawl at least far enough to get his head and some of his hands out in front there, and then with the assistance of his little crab friend we're going to line up some shots with some water jet.
What about Katie?
I really hope
I
that
pick
this
up his
is.
feet and help shove him further.
Okay, so Axel, we're gonna
I
have
really
to roll initiative.
that like the asshole assassin is still somewhere around here, invisibly just watching the like Sahuagin and halfling in a nightgown standing on lawn arguing. Well,
I don't know. I
the
think this is
pink
the
man
most.
is getting shoved under the house.
I don't know. This
by
is the
Katie.
most real thing you guys have done for owning an estate. Arguing in the front yard and digging a hole, dealing
I
with
do wanna-
pests.
I do want to be real specific here. I don't think Kat, you understand too much. If I'm not doing the Sekald voice, I don't mean to be arguing in character.
Oh, but it's
Okay.
fun. But it's fun.
But the main idea is that I was trying to convey before initiative started is the fact that if I throw the alchemist fire in there, it's going to make whatever's in there come out of there, and we can at least deal with it head on.
The thing
versus-
is, if you
guys,
throw the
you guys
fire
are Guardians
in
of the
there-
Galaxy, where you're like
If-
the two leaders are arguing, and then Groot and Rocket go do their own shit.
No,
in the
I
background.
feel the infuriating thing is I feel like Gamora right now. I'm surrounded by morons. Because the thing is, if you throw the fire in there, it can't get out. It can't leave. We don't know that there is another way out of this room.
What the fuck
You
does
could
that
have just
make
put
me?
fire on top of its.
This is so
It's no fire
gory.
in the doorway.
So
Make me Drax or something?
No,
No,
you're
you're,
Star-Lord.
fucking Peter.
Oh shit! Okay, we're not starting initiative just yet.
Yeah, you fucking vegetable.
Is this when Bryn wakes
Hi,
up and
Callie.
it's like, what the hell is
Okay,
going
Yeah,
on?
yeah, no,
hold on.
okay, no one
Yes,
say anything.
please.
No one say anything.
That's hilarious.
Shh. Hey, Callie, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi, I just got back.
Welcome to the
scared.
stream.
Okay, so very quick recap for you. You remember there was the assassin, and they went to interrogate him, and Abby was gonna wait until the morning to do speak with dead because you guys technically hadn't killed him yet, and you were gonna kill him and then do speak with dead to get questions out of him. So in the morning, so you all went to take your long rests. Your boys are outside patrolling the waters, making sure nothing happens. And you wake up in the morning. What do? You got your long rest.
Scared, guys. Don't do this to me.
I will plug in my microphone real quick. Hang on. I'm gonna
You're in
go
for a
down the
treat.
stairs. Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs.
You know, Katie. You know the assassin was kept in Katie's room, which is upstairs.
Oh, okay. Well, if I walk, because I walk past Katie's room
Yes.
to go down the stairs.
You notice the
Right?
door's already open,
So-
and you slept in a little longer than you thought you would. And you hear arguing outside.
You arguing outside?
Yeah.
On the lawn.
Looking through Katie's door, you see that her window is open,
Oh no.
and her bed's a mess.
No, there's no bed.
I mean, it's
No, the
This-
bed is destroyed.
that's
Yeah.
right.
It's in pieces, but unassembled
What?
pieces, not broken pieces.
That does
Oh.
constitute a mess.
Valid.
But that's where you hear the yelling coming from, was outside that window.
Scared. I'm gonna look out the window.
Okay, so from the second story, you look down, and you can see Abby and Sekald. They're both fully dressed. And they're
No, Abby's in a nightgown.
Abby's in a nightgown. Sekald's fully dressed.
Sekold's wearing clothes.
He's got his morning coffee vial. Maybe it's like half
I
full
know.
or empty at this
Shattered
point.
that against the wall.
Got it. And they are arguing about something that is dealing with fire. And you see rustling
Put
going on
fire
in the rose
in
bushes
the
outside.
hole, then how are they gonna get out because of the fire? Because for all we know, there's only one way in and out of this hole.
And at that point, I'm going to have everybody that didn't roll initiative roll initiative.
God damn it.
Wait. Before we do that, you have to just describe the other half of this particular.
No, from her view, all she
She
sees
can't
is
see
rustling
Oh,
from
she
rose
can't see-
bushes.
Oh, bullshit.
Just
we-
wait until she jumps down and sees how it gets even weirder.
I got a
Oh.
10 on initiative.
Okay, let me get everybody. Okay, just
I'll roll
dash. Katie was a 10. Sorry, Axel, what'd you get?
Just say asshole or axle.
Axel.
Oh, potato.
You're asking my initiative order?
Yes.
17.
Ooh, nice. Okay. I got theirs.
Uh-oh.
And so then we got the rest. So,
Hey.
Sekald.
Should I roll?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second. I'm sorry.
So apparently tonight it's going to be a pattern of Jesse and I rolling the exact same thing because I also got a 17.
Who has the better dex?
Probably him.
I should hope not. In heavy
No.
armor.
Yeah, no. My dex is 15.
Same.
Oh,
What the
well,
fuck?
Then roll off.
Roll off.
20.
18. Damn.
Okay. You both rolled
I-
really good, though.
Yeah, but now
got-
I just missed and crit on the target that would have been my first attack.
Oh.
What did Bryn get? Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah, 17.
Oh
What the
no!
fuck?
What's your dex bonus?
She's 17 to greater because she's got a lot.
That's right. Okay.
Everything
4?
happens at once.
Yeah, you're definitely the top of the 17s. So Abby,
13.
what's your dex?
Garbage, -1.
Okay, you're the lesser. All right. So Bryn, do you do anything?
Where is it?
Because you're just looking out the window and you see them arguing.
Hey guys.
Hey, we found a hole and something's in it apparently. And oh, why are you in the hole? We haven't discussed. Oh my god.
Currently, it's Axel.
So that's Bryn's turn, we'll say, because she doesn't know what's going on.
Well, like she could. That was just talking. She could probably run down the stairs or jump out the window.
It's a 6-second thing, so if you want to jump out the window, you can.
I love how jump out the window is becoming an everyday occurrence.
As an adventurer, always.
It occurs to Axel at this point that he forgot to get dressed this morning.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my!
Because
I keep pushing him in the hole.
He stops to consider. You know, it is not so hard to roll into this hole. It is not. I'm not wearing my armor. Oh shit!
Deal, bro. Hope you got that prepared.
I'm just gonna hang out at the window.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
That makes sense. So Axel, you hear aggressive barking, like rodent barking at you from inside the hole.
Boy.
The rest of you hear that as well. At this point.
Okay, so I'm.
It's okay. He's made contact.
No, I'm going to.
That's when you see Katie's head pop up from the rose bush at your angle, Fran.
I am going to.
I'm glad she's not in the hole.
I've got Corey like riding on my shoulder, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I can see through him with
Yeah,
blind sight.
they're like 10 feet in.
Okay, so at 10 feet, he's just gonna point a finger and cast water jet.
Okay, I'll say disadvantage because you're kind of shooting. You know that like general area. No, blind sense. I guess you would know. So fire away.
Okay, so that's gonna be spell bonus.
Does the spell specify you have to target something you can see?
Pardon?
Does it say choose a target you can see within range?
I mean, does blind sight not make that count?
You technically aren't seeing them. No, blind sight, I guess, would.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, I thought that was the whole point of it. But anyway, so
Yeah, you're good. What'd you get?
23 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And it water jet at level 11 is 3d6, and they are they have to make a strength saving throw.
Well, okay. What's your DC? Doesn't matter.
16.
Not one.
Okay, so they're shoved back 15 feet.
Okay.
And let's see, for damage, they need.
They were already against the wall, so it doesn't do anything extra.
Oh, okay. Well, they take 9 bludgeoning damage. If they're being shoved back 15 feet and they can't move back 15 feet, shouldn't they take like 10 feet of fall damage?
No, the fall damage is from the momentum of flying back into a wall.
Right. So, like, since they can't move back any further, shouldn't they get supplemental damage for that?
Regardless, you hear a shit ton of very angry animal noises at that point. And one of them definitely hits the back wall from your blind sense and is not moving.
All right.
There's 3 more.
Ugh. Well, that's my action, but my bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and summon my my maul into my hand. No, you know what? I call the wave cutter because it is a sword and I can poke with it.
Okay.
Hard to dodge.
Hard to hit things with a 2-handed hammer if you can't really get room to swing it.
I will say you're at disadvantage for melee with those kind of things just because of how small this. No, this isn't that small. Never mind. You're fine.
But I am prone though.
Yes, you are prone, so the disadvantage is prone.
I am stuck halfway in a hole.
Then after you, it's a cold. If that's everything. Yeah, that's the noises you're hearing. Like 3 of those.
Oh, great!
They're gnolls.
There's Cheweenies under the house. We're fucked.
So you're not gonna like what I'm about to do. Can I hear them?
Yeah. Everyone can.
I can get a decent estimation as the current position.
You know they're underground somewhere. That's it.
Yeah, and I can see Axel, so I can
Barely.
mold my spell around him, right?
Sure.
Shatter.
You can see his feet.
Con save, right?
I don't think so.
Pretty sure Shatter's
Did you?
con.
I was gonna say, are you shattering the floor? What the fuck?
No, I am shattering. Okay, this is gonna.
You would be shattering the ground because you're shooting your own blind, and it would be hitting everything, including the ground. It's impossible in this hole to not hit the
Yeah,
ground.
I'm assuming he's just aiming somewhere near the vicinity of where he would guess Axel's head would be.
Yeah, and you're shaping it around allies.
This is probably going to show how much in the south that I live. I've seen an item advertised that you put into the ground and light it, and it is effectively a mole killer. It explodes. It does a type of wave into the mole holes and expands out. That's my inspiration for this particular movie.
That's disgustingly abusive of Shatter, and I kind of love it, but I also kind of hate it because that's super gross. But I know exactly the kind of stuff you're talking about.
DC.
And
I'm
you're in
just
the-
seeing.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
just
wait,
seeing
wait,
the scene from Caddyshack.
DC.
Axel, you are in the splash zone, and the DC
Wait,
is.
you can shape it around him, can't you?
Yeah, and
Not the gore.
I
Not
think he
over.
means the Gallagher splash zone.
Mm,
Yes. DC is 17.
Okay. Roll your damage.
I should have worn a poncho before getting under the house.
Yes. You should have worn
And
anything before getting into
You have disadvantage on dex checks to avoid the nastiness that will ensue.
Katie's grappling
this-
you, so you have 0 speed.
This is priceless. I am so glad I decided to do this. 14.
I will need Katie to roll me a dexterity saving throw, but after we hear the damage.
Oh,
We'll all hear the damage, all right. But
26 thunder.
Oh my good grief.
okay. Axel, I'm gonna have you roll. No, wait. No, it doesn't. It doesn't emit a loud bang.
Foundation of the house.
So it goes like, and I need a dexterity saving throw from both Katie and Axel.
I got a 19.
Okay.
Ooh, I got a dirty 20.
Okay. So here's the thing,
Wait,
Katie.
Shouldn't Axel do that?
Oh,
at
it's
The
disadvantage?
ground is starting
Yeah,
to
hang on.
collapse around everything. You can escape, but you have to let Axel go.
18 at disadvantage, so
That's not bad.
Oh, I would not let go of Axel.
Okay, you both are prone.
I'm a ride or
as-
die, bitch.
You both end up prone then because Axel can't move because you're grappling him.
I was already prone.
Even more so. And
I'm on top.
and pretty much you both fall into the hole and all that dirt up above like buries into you, but your dex save makes it so you're not suffocating.
Okay, that's swell. Katie, next time you should probably try and buy me dinner
Bryn,
first.
you see like the southern half of the garden, like a 10-foot diameter of it, just cave in about 5 feet.
Well,
Anybody wanna
Also,
explain what's happening?
wait.
also, if the camera was up at Bryn to the second story, you see a little bit of the dirt from the explosion go like.
To be fair, Abby, I didn't use the fire.
And both of you are next to something warm in the crater.
It is-
Ew.
It is too early in the morning for any of your bullshit.
With a little bit of low light, there's fur. That's all you guys
Ew.
have. It's like oily fur.
I didn't even get to say hi.
We're out of initiative.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, this is not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's kind of gross down here.
And with this, you can definitely see the foundations of the house are like stone interior, and you can see that it is cracked, and it actually is opened in, and some of the dirt has spilled into Sekald's area.
Whoops. Well, he's
Ooh,
gonna have to fix
Sekold's
that
gonna be
himself.
so pissed.
Well,
Nicole's the one who did it.
What?
Abby says, stumbling down into the dirt hole to help unbury you guys.
oh,
To be
he-
fair, not
he-
only do I have mold earth, but I also have mending, so this is not a problem right
I will fight you.
So
I will fight you in this lawn in my nightgown.
Sekald. Room 22 has a bunch of dirt in it now.
Oh, crap, I gotta go figure out which one that was.
That was the small one that
And-
was the office.
Once Abby's sure that these two chuckleheads aren't going to suffocate in the dirt, I'm going to try and see if I can figure out what it is that we absolutely murdered.
No, I'm
Bryn, do
just
you
gonna-
come downstairs at this point? Or are you just gonna sit up at the second story and watch this chaos happen?
I'll come down.
Because I don't blame you because you just woke up.
I'll
Morning.
come down. Hello.
Hi.
You all investigate, and you can tell
So
that these are some kind of giant weasels.
What the fuck?
They're medium-sized weasels.
So, apparently, in the night, our guest vanished. Don't know where, don't know how. While searching for them, we found a hole under the house. And instead of, like, I don't know, being smart and thinking about how we're going to investigate, somebody just dived in and then stabbed something, maybe. And then somebody else here tried to help and made a giant sinkhole under the house.
To be fair, nobody asked if I'd had my coffee yet.
Understand how this relates to you blowing a hole in the foundation of our house,
You
which
hear-
yes, I'm aware you can fix, but is not the point.
You hear echoing through the caves and around through the winds, since you guys are like up above a bit, like seals barking, and it's advancing closer to you guys, and it's like in a panic. And Bryn hears like in seal like, "Did you hear that noise? They need our help."
Oh god. We're gonna get seals from the other end now.
Phrasing.
You need a strong seal. Arr, arr.
So the things that we killed, they were like
They're giant weasels. That's it.
Or
they're just animals, dude.
9 hit points each.
I mean, they tried to kill Corey. I don't know. Like I got to see them. They were
Look at
just.
this a hermit crab, and they're medium sized. Look how much food they probably need.
and
If
yet
they are
you were-
medium sized, and they are probably going to try and eat you next time.
Quite a few of them.
Word.
I mean, them and everything else that's ever been in any hole I've climbed into and door I've opened. So, like, join the line.
So you were screaming at us to try and find a solution to this problem, and now you're screaming against us because of something that could have tried to eat you.
I just don't understand.
My
you
problem was
sometimes.
not that I wanted to find a solution. I wanted to try and do this peacefully because the last couple of times we have encountered a thing and we're like, what is this? It's not necessary. Like, the crab people was not a thing we needed to solve with violence. This thing, not necessarily a thing we needed to solve with violence.
Okay, but I can
And
guarantee
the
you the
overwhelming
vampire.
violence punched a hole in the wall. I'm not saying we shouldn't use overwhelming violence against a vampire. That's 100%. I'm okay with that.
Okay, so I can go get the mirrors now.
I want to
Yeah.
talk to him.
Katie,
Abby, I have a Katie, I have a mute spell waiting for you. You do not get to talk to him
No.
first.
we discussed this
Yeah,
At
but
length.
I still don't agree.
at length.
I see. I wanted to talk to them, and you didn't let me. And look what happened. Now they're mulch.
Oh, okay. First off, we have an assassin that vanished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Axel,
kind of
do-
that way.
Okay. I'm gonna head that way. Maybe Bryn, talk to your seals, see if they saw anything, because they had to leave somehow. Unless they're
Yeah.
still here.
I'll
Mm.
talk to Gerald.
Axel,
see if
definitely after all this chaos happened and all the dirt got in your nose and stuff, you've lost the scent.
Bummer. But also, like, he's standing there like bold as brass, in the altogether. But
Mhm.
he's like behind the rose bush, so it's like one of those like.
You're not behind the
Tom-
rose bush. You're underneath the crater where it was, and it's like destroyed.
Oh, I thought we got. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no,
Then-
that was like 20 damage to the ground.
Then there's just nothing there. There's just a shiny pink butt hanging out in the wind.
Yeah, it literally looks like you had a rodent problem, and you took a stick of TNT and you just put it down there and let it explode.
That's exactly
Dynamite
what I
fishing.
described with the mole item.
Exactly.
Dynamite fishing.
And to be fair, at least they're already buried.
Yeah, I mean, great, but they're going to smell up the house.
I can fix that.
Okay.
So
well, see
what do
you
you all do in the next like half hour or hour?
Get
Oh,
dressed. Go find the mirrors and load them on the cart.
I'm gonna go talk to Gerald or Philip, the lead boys,
Mhm.
and see if they saw anything.
You find some of the seals downstairs, and they tell you that Gerald is leading the way, trying to get to you, and they join you as you go through the cave system, and they're at the door leading to your basement, and they're like, bam, bam, on the door
They're
trying to
just
get
like
in.
body checking Sekald's door. Like it says keep out for a reason. They can't read, and also Gerald's an idiot.
The seals. The boys are like DW.
You hear from Gerald and Seal. This is Tactical Team 1. Open up.
Just in seal. That side can't stop me. I can't read.
That's it. Thank you.
Team 6 going in.
I am bigger than you. Oh no, more likely than not with their intelligence. You actually hear, I am bigger than you, door.
You said SEAL Team 6, and my head actually went to the Game Grumps bit about Zelda and her sealing magic from Breath of the Wild.
This would definitely be SEAL Team 1.
Well, never mind.
Anyway.
Gerald, everything is fine.
What? Oh, hi. He's like, not angry.
Don't bust down the door.
He's breathing. He's breathing very heavy. He's like wheezing because he's a big blubber boy.
I would really appreciate if you did not bust down these doors. The people who live here are really nice, and I don't want them to be mad at us. Okay? Do you understand?
His head retracts into his body. He nods.
Oh.
He knows he's in trouble.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, I really appreciate you coming up as fast as you can.
Him and the rest of the seals also, like, all their heads are like in their torso and they're just nodding. They still think they're in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. I'm gonna give them all pets.
Their heads like on boop.
But I have a question for you guys. You were stationed outside of this group was stationed outside of the home. Did you happen to see anything leaving?
You hear from most of them, no, and then one of them's like, yes, and I took care of the threat immediately. It was a lobster. It was delicious.
Good for you. I'm proud of you.
It hurt my nose, and you notice it does have like a bit of a cut on its nose.
Oh no.
I absolutely love that Bryn is just like, I don't have time for that. Oh, you got a boo-boo?
Oh, my baby.
Almost like how Abby is with the rest of the team.
You do notice one of their whiskers is half a whisker now, too.
No. I just like.
And another whisker that's like right next to it is still there, but it's at like a 90-degree angle.
I give him a little kiss on the nose. I'm like, it's not gonna make it.
Oh, he reaches his nose out. You know, he really stretches his head out.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
He slaps his tummy in satisfaction.
All right.
You see.
You didn't see anybody leaving. None of you saw anyone leaving.
No, I did. It was a lobster.
Oh, besides the lobster, I appreciate.
Oh, then no.
Okay. But I do have seals stationed all over the home.
Yes.
Because so I would like to go around and ask any of them if they saw anything.
I will roll for them. How about everybody else? For the next hour?
I'm probably figuring out why there's a Navy SEALs team on the door.
Oh, they didn't get that far. Like the basement, the really big room in the basement that connects to the cave, that door they were like trying to get through because they don't have hands.
Abby is going to go prepare her spells, pray for patience, and then put her armor on and go make breakfast.
A tiefling shows up. Hey.
Yep. There you go. There he is. God damn it.
Fixing the foundation.
We should all pray for patience.
Sorry.
I just saved a dog in an Icewind Dale on a different world. What's up?
Yeah, inside.
She would not have the patience for patience either.
No, she wouldn't. I don't think
she would not.
Patience doesn't have the patience for patience.
Valid.
Okay, the word is losing all sense of meaning at this point. So
it is. Please. It really is.
No, it's not. I could use it a few more times.
You could use some more patience for sure, my friend. But
I patiently used mending to fix the ceiling in the room outside, and then patiently take all the dirt that was there, and patiently take it all the way upstairs and deposit it back into the patiently waiting garden.
It takes you.
I love that the fact that you have only ever done one thing in this game patiently out of spite.
It's true.
It's called.
That was a really good joke.
So it's 1 cubic foot per minute on mending. So this actually takes quite a long time for you to fix the stone wall. You probably haven't even started on it within that hour. You're getting the dirt out of the place first.
That's the Shawshank Redemption. I'll worry about the mending first and then take.
Oh wait, no, you have
curtains.
the cantrip, so you just move the dirt out. And it takes you like an hour to get one of the bigger rocks put together, and then you have to physically put it on there.
That's fine.
Like mending works, it just takes a lot of time.
I mean, I'm used to fixing a boat with this. I'm more than happy to be working on the foundation.
And it is at this point that there is a group of people coming up to the house. Oh, no,
shit, did
not
they
a
hear my
group.
shout?
Yeah, I will say a group. 2 people. You notice that they are two people you recognize. They're locals in Saltmarsh. We'll say they're like 2 humans.
Would Abby like see them
Husband
through
and
the
wife.
window?
Yeah. What were the rest of you doing in that hour?
I was fixing my lantern that they used to get out of the ropes.
Okay.
Getting dressed and prepping to go assassinate a vampire.
Okay.
Did the boys see anything?
As you go down to check on them, you actually have to go in the water and you're like checking them because they're fairly well spread out. And do you go turn into seal form or do you just stay where you are?
I can turn into seal form. It's fine.
Okay. They let you know that no boats entered or left the area.
Okay. I will report that back to everyone else that there was no boats that left.
You hear some other BS, like them talking about catching a fish every once in a while. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Other seal drama.
And I trust these seals with my life, and if they would never lie to me, correct?
Yes, and you know that
Okay.
even though their attention span is very short, they do try to give you the most of it as possible.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to report that back and say,
The fact they actually did this all night is a lot.
yeah, I appreciate them. I switched them off. They have like days that they have off, you know. But
They've got PTO.
As you go to
Yeah.
let them shift and stuff, as you're heading back, you notice all of them are on the beach. Like literally all of them.
Okay. I only asked them to guard the house at night time,
Mhm.
by the way.
They have PTSD, part-time SEAL duty.
Oh my god. But they could do whatever they want.
As you're heading up from the beach up towards the house, that's when you notice these 2 people also heading up towards the house.
So like I'm out there like loading and strapping down these mirrors to the cart. So probably I will see them first.
There's a male and a female. They both look like they're maybe like in their 50s. They're
Okay.
older. The fellow has a sheathed sword, but besides that, he looks pretty much like a commoner.
Okay, well, Axel being the jolly welcoming fellow he is going to give them a big
And-
smile and a big hearty wave and say, hello!
And the female has a. What would she have?
And then we roll initiative.
I'll say she has a club. She has a club. And they wave and they go, "Hello, Axel. Everything okay?" As they're still coming up.
I mean,
We heard a
there's-
loud bang from town.
They hear another clank as Abby jumps down from the stool she was using to actually reach the counters. and then heads out of the kitchen.
Jeremiah said your adventures and you're fine, but just wanted to make sure nothing happened to you.
I mean, we're okay. We had an assassination attempt last night, but I mean, like he got
Yeah.
away, so it's a thing. But like this morning, we found a bunch of giant weasels under the house, but we took care of it. It's okay.
Just some gardening.
Giant weasels.
It was a whole thing.
Did you keep any of their teeth?
I mean, they're still down there, but like,
Yeah, we haven't
I
disposed
can,
of them
They're
yet.
good for making
We-
healing. They're good as a catalyst for healing potions.
oh, okay. I'll probably go tell our wizard then, because he will be interested to know that. I think he would probably appreciate the resource tip.
Oh,
Thank you
no,
very
no,
much.
I'll buy them off you.
I mean, that's
two
gonna
copper
have-
each.
That's going to have to be between you and him because, frankly, I think he kind of walled them all up and put them back in the ground. So you might want to go check with him.
All right, I'll make this hike not a complete waste. They're older, so they're at least breathing a little heavier than normal by the time they get to
Last
your
I
house.
saw, he was in the hole mending the foundation still, so he'll probably be there for a bit.
I
No,
feel a
no,
little
I
guilty
went
sending
down
the two
instant.
elderly humans against this big buff shark wizard.
Sekald, you were just finishing that rock, and as you like turn to the wall to put it on, you can see through the hole up above an elderly couple looking down at you.
And I just silently mend it.
Oh,
Don't say a word, just mend it over.
So
Move-
rude.
use the mold earth to bury more dirt on top of the hole.
stone cold.
Ice cold.
Let's go. They obviously don't want us here. Oh, fine. And they reluctantly leave. And Bryn, you see them like leaving. They're leaving as you're getting back to the house.
So I guess it was a
Oh.
no, huh? Well, okay, well, have a good day.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Try
hello.
not to scare the town next time.
Oh,
No
okay.
promises.
You're not there.
I don't care. I want to say it.
We never do, but we are okay. Thanks for coming to check on this. Bye. Oh, they were gone.
If you ever need a potion to help if you have the sniffles, let me know. Hello. Who might you be?
Oh,
You look new to town.
Bryn Flynn. I'm just passing through.
Is that the actual Bryn Flynn name?
Yeah, that's her actual name.
Okay.
Was she trying to decide whether or not to give them like a pseudonym? or
Oh,
what?
that's a nice
Yeah.
name. My name's Susie Goodweather, and this is Fred Goodweather.
Bob Johnson.
Oh, are you? Are you?
We're the herbalists in Saltmarsh.
Oh, herbalist. Okay. That might come.
We
in
sometimes
handy.
talk with the druid Obadiah right outside of town.
Actually, as they say that, Abby's gonna stick her head out the kitchen door.
They're like 100 feet down.
Never mind.
The slope.
I didn't hear
So
that.
you can still yell till they could hear it.
Abby
Roll
will actually
perception,
run down
why
there.
not?
Well, like I would probably recognize him as the alchemist, though, right?
Yeah, you would.
Or as the herbalist. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna actually just jog down there.
Yeah, herbalist
Actually-
is very different in the sense of like
I-
they're using mundane items.
I did have a question. Do you think that you could maybe make us some antidotes? It was a thing we ran into last night that may have been helpful that we did not have.
Oh, I think I have 2 antidotes in storage. Do you want to buy some?
That might be worth it, yes.
You guys are kind of the heroes around here, so I'll definitely be selling it to you at ingredient price. So half off.
Yes.
Well, you shouldn't let her go off that easy. Okay, how about half off, but you have to give us one of your famous meat pies?
I can do that, yeah.
Because if you guys remember, Abby cooked at Invro a lot of the time. So, why not? Abby, give me a quick roll on your pie. So
I'm gonna use
it would
lucky.
be either intelligence or survival with proficiency.
I'm gonna use lucky. That's even fucking worse. It is not the best pie she's ever made. It is kind of rough.
You have been stressed out of your bloody mind this morning.
Accurate.
That is not. That is
So
not
what-
14.
Oh, that's decent. That's a decent pie. So
I
they
mean,
have it
it's
in their.
not up to Abby standards.
Okay, so Abby, you're probably panicking, being like, "Oh, this isn't good enough. I'm sorry, I could make it better." And they're just like, "No, these are good. This is what I would expect from you. This is great."
No, it's salted.
Tell her that's what you would expect from her.
Keep in mind, like a DC 10 would be like an average pie, so it's
Yeah.
it's above average meat pie.
But not. It's not an Abby good pie.
She doesn't believe that it's good enough, and when they say, like,
Okay, it's good
"Yeah,
enough
this
for the
is-"
circumstances that you're in. I mean, it looks like your house got blown up a little bit.
It's just settling.
You know what? We're just gonna skip to this point. Do you think you guys have like a convenient like patio tape? No, you don't have a patio table. I'm talking about your patio got destroyed last night.
Yeah, if
Only
we did, we
frozen
don't have one
over.
anymore. Frozen over and then hit with a fuck ton of bludgeoning damage.
Cold damage is still damage. So
And then also Katie jumped through a window and onto this porch and over the railing. Like it took a bit of a beating.
we'll say you guys are like eat in the foyer and stuff because that's like right outside the kitchen. It's enough for room. There's like you got the nice furniture and you got a table for like tea and stuff.
Yeah, it's 2d8 bludgeoning damage at the base level. That's gonna take a good chunk out of any furniture out there.
I can fix it. I have mending.
It's gonna take a while.
The Good Weathers ask if you would like to buy some tea off of them. I mean, herbalists, so they would have tea, so. Oh, we got jasmine, we got chamomile, and they just like list off like 50,000 other ones. A lot of them are actually local flowers, we'll say. They do have needle tea as well, but that is like their stock, bulk, cheap stuff. They don't suggest that one.
Do they sell the leaves by itself? Like they
Yeah,
the leaves by itself.
Yeah,
right?
this is
okay.
We're a fantasy world, so it wouldn't be in tea bags. It would actually be.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. No, I meant like, do they sell it like where you can mix it to yourself, or do they sell it in like? Okay, all right. Yeah, then I'll be like, oh, come to your store later. I'm new around. I haven't met a few people, so I might just browse and get some leaves.
What do you mean?
For
Why
myself.
not? You can just sit right here. There's another seat in here. It's the living room area.
But I just meant I will.
You're too busy to chat with us right now?
Oh no, I can chat. No, it's perfectly fine. I have. I
That
was
is a
just saying-
beautiful pelt you got there. As they point out the pelt you have around your waist. Is that seal?
Yes, it is. I
Do Miss Goodweather is like, oh, do you hunt seals?
Oh,
You do seem like a
no.
naval kind of person.
No, I am a seal conservationalist. I am.
She's very attached to it, I'm afraid.
Oh, are you a druid?
It's very it's got a significance for her. Sometimes she gets a little tongue tied with strangers.
Oh,
she
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Didn't mean to offend.
And he'll look like kind of sidelong, and because his face is so fucking broad, like out of the one side of his eye, he'll like toss a wink at her.
That's not the noise I was trying to make. It was supposed to be like a squish noise, but that's fine. In any case.
Yep, it's significant to me. That's all.
Okay, it'll be 1 silver for 1 pound of tea leaves of any flavor you want. That's a lot of tea. So you can just put like whatever kind of tea you want, and we can say you get it later. Because I'm pretty sure all of you are going to be going into town pretty soon.
I gotta get chamomile.
Yeah.
So I could make my own chamomile tea because Bryn just needs to calm the hell down.
You could
And so does
mix up
everybody else.
You can mix up that
Valid.
pound to be like you have a half pound of this and half pound of this or something if you want, or
Yeah.
however you want to mix that.
I realize this is metagaming a little bit, but I feel like if that yawn was in character, then chamomile is the last thing that she needs at this moment.
Yeah. Oh, they do have dandelion tea as well.
It wasn't in character. I've
Okay.
never.
It's been a long.
It's just been a long week.
Yeah.
It's
understand.
been a long month. But I will get chamomile, and you said you had dandelion tea. I've never had that before. Is it good?
It's very sweet. It's a little bit like honeydew.
I
don't know if
think
any
I've
of you have had
tried
dandelion salad before, but it's surprisingly sweet.
Could I like try like it's just I like a small sachet of something like kind of
I do have a little bit of the dandelion stuff here. I always have a little bit for when I come over to friends' places. As she looks over at Abby and smiles, and she hands you some of them.
Okay. Like.
Oh, they would give you a coupon for their store. Abby.
Okay.
Specifically, Abby.
Nice.
Oh,
I like to think they like know you well enough. It's just like it was
So-
first like, are you okay to a just friendly, they're retired-esque kind of visit to a friend's house?
Yeah.
So, like, he's gonna like kind of sniff like the sachet, and like, he's gonna try and nibble some of like the dry leaf and just like see what it's about.
Okay. Because of your heightened smell, I would say that also heightens your sense of taste.
Sure.
So it would actually be kind of bitter at first, but the aftertaste is very sweet.
Ooh. Oh, this will be delicious wet. Thank you.
It has a weird waxy leaf texture too.
Mm-hmm. Like he's gonna have to like resist the urge to like start snacking out of it like a bag of chips now.
Oh
What
god.
she gives you is like a pinch, like enough that if you like sprinkled in a cup, it would be enough for that.
Yeah. But like at the same time though, like he's kind of like doing it like.
That's why I'm saying it's really easy for you to just go. Oh.
Yeah, he's doing it like chaw or something. It's just like getting a.
Katie, do you interact with the good weathers in any way?
Well, I'm upstairs fixing my lantern at first, so I think that I don't notice right away that they're there. But then maybe after a little bit, maybe the smell of like the different teas and stuff. Like
You would smell the meat pies.
Also,
Sure.
Abby's
Ooh.
making breakfast too.
ooh, yeah. So as soon as I smell the meat pie, I collect the lantern and my little toolkit, and I wander downstairs. And I'm just griping as I go, like, he bent this, and I'm gonna have to repaint, like, refinish. Well, meat pies? Wait, who are you?
Oh, you broke your lanterns. Oh, hi. I don't think we've met. You're Katie, right?
Why do people know my name?
I mean, you
Because
guys are heroes
you're-
around here.
That
Oh, yeah, that.
You guys helped with the lizard folk and whatnot. I heard you were a big part of that. I thank you for that. Everyone was always scared of lizard folk, and I'm like, they can't be that bad, right?
They're not bad. They're
Yeah.
they're actually real nice. They let me ride one of their giant lizards.
Oh, they have
And-
giant lizards. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
And who are you?
I'm Mrs. Goodweather, and this is Mr. Goodweather. And he's like,
Hi. Why are you here?
he goes, well, I heard a loud bang, and I thought you guys were in trouble. Wanted to help.
We were gardening. Right? That's gardening?
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
You could call it that.
There was definitely
Well-
digging involved.
Well, the last time, we dealt with a garden, the one that tried to eat me, same kind of thing sort of happened. Lots of explosions and stuff like that. I don't know. I was kind of
You had a-
unconscious and bleeding.
You had a garden try to eat you?
They were very
Mhm.
aggressive weeds. They're very hard to get rid of.
Actually, that's where I got this lantern from.
Oh, you should probably talk to Jeremiah back in town. He's the local lamp fixer.
There's a lamp fixer.
Do you have a profession just for fixing lamps? How unique.
I mean, he's the apprentice of the blacksmith, but
Oh, I see.
that's
So he's
usually what he gets told, his task that he has to do.
Does he sell lanterns?
I mean,
Are you looking
the
to settle
smith
down?
might, but you would need to get the glass as well. And we have no real glass blowers here in Saltmarsh. I think there's one or two in Seaton. I know that at least my son at one point was shoveling buckets of sand 2 cents a Seaton for the glass blowers.
You have son?
Yeah. Oh, he's not around anymore. He went off to fight in the north. He's a soldier.
Is he okay?
As far as we know.
Oh, I hope so. He doesn't write home or anything like that?
Oh, he does, but it's been a month or two since we've heard.
Oh, do you happen to have any powder silver for suitable for the making of holy water?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they seemed like kind of distressed thinking about their son, of course, because he's out from the war. And they go, no, but did I say Frank for the smith? I think I did. He probably has some silver that he can get powdered down for you.
No, it's okay. If I think I will be able to.
I mean, we're not alchemists, so not really something
yeah.
we deal with.
That reminds me, I got an alchemist. Hang on a minute, and he will just turn and just
Yeah, don't we keep an alchemist in the basement?
yes, exit stage right as he goes off to go find Sekald because he just remembered.
We'll say conveniently at this point, Sekald has just finished the wall.
Don't we keep an alchemist in the basement?
Yeah, that doesn't sound ominous or incriminating.
No, not at all.
And as Axel's leaving the room, Katie puts
This clip right here, officer.
Katie puts a kind of comforting pat hand on Mrs. Goodweather's shoulder and says, "It's really hard when you're really far from family." Ooh, meat pie! And takes a meat pie and sits down and starts eating.
That was okay. And then, luckily, Abby, I think, would make multiple, so they take the other
Abby
one.
absolutely would make multiples.
Hey, Katie. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 14.
Abby, this is super duper.
It's not the best I've ever made, but it's okay.
Abby, you have to be less like, doom and gloom about yourself and your stuff. Like, it's great.
You're making me hungry, man.
On halfling standards, this is like maybe mediocre. But for
On
everyone
Katie
else,
standards,
this is, really good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's also,
It's a great breakfast.
I don't remember. Does Katie's race, do they live entirely in the ocean or?
No, they're supposed to be the epitome of the like negotiators between land and sea.
Oh, okay.
So some of them can spend like their entire lives in the sea. Some can spend their entire lives inland, miles away, and most of them try to be like in between the two.
Ta-da!
Okay, so
Usually diplomats, which I don't think Katie's. She tries.
after our guests leave, Abby's gonna sit down with her pie.
Yeah, they would wave
Such a
goodbye and thank you
day.
for the meal, and they're just like, ooh, full. And they got their pie and they go.
So thinking about what we're going to do with the rest of our day, obviously we're gonna go talk to a vampire and maybe kick the shit out of him.
I thought we were going to light his ass up.
I'm gonna talk to a
Oh
vampire.
yeah, that's
That
right.
too.
I'm not here anymore. I'm going to go look for Sekald to ask him for some powdered silver.
So question for those of us that actually saw this individual, the assassin, was there a chance that I was able to get a good look at like what their armor looked like or any kind of
You-
identifying stuff on the guy that we captured?
When we said it last time, it was custom made leather armor. So think of it like in the Dark Knight when Joker had on like completely custom made clothes that weren't even brand clothes.
So like did his armor and the one of the guy that died, did they look alike?
Yes.
Okay, because Abby's
Armor-wise,
thinking,
yes.
yeah, Abby's thinking I was wondering if I could try and I could use locate object to
You-
find this individual.
You would be able to. You were within 30 feet of that object. Keep in mind its range. So if they're not within range, it would ping nothing. I believe it's 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite possible he's still here because the
That's
seal
what I was
shouldn't be
thinking.
And barriers would prevent that. Like certain.
No, it wouldn't. Oh,
Isn't-
well, if it was,
I know it's
if
like
it was
a thin
lead.
sheet of lead, and then like a certain amount of stone and a certain amount of wood.
no, it's just lead. So
Oh,
this
it's
spell
just
can't
lead for
locate
that
an
one? Okay.
object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks the direct path. Other than that, it's just you know where it is because
He's
it's meant to be used in like dungeons.
He walks around in full plate lead. I joke.
Honestly, like leaded.
He
as
would
a
die from
property-
lead poisoning, so it's fine.
Leaded as a property for armor doesn't sound half bad.
It
would,
sounds
like,
very
protect-
dwarven.
It does. It sounds like it would protect you from scrying.
It sounds beyond heavy. It's like adamantian rules almost.
Yeah, it definitely has a strength requirement to wear.
You have advantage on your con saves for the radioactive spell.
Oh,
Cool.
What
by
is
the
it
way,
called?
while I've got
Sickening radiance.
Yes.
the two of you here, she would call Josul in while he is very quietly mulling over the things we learned last night and cast aid.
He's still
on.
sleeping.
Oh yeah.
She will make sure that we're standing in the hallway outside his room, and then cast aid on Josul, Kade, and Bryn.
Okay. You probably hear him snoring through the door.
How many extra hit points does that give us?
20. I
And
did it
that's-
4th level today for 8 hours.
And that's extra hit points, right?
Correct. So if you lose them and I heal you, they come back.
Yeah, they're the first hit points to go.
They're not temporary hit points. Temporary hit points go first, and then
Mhm.
yeah, that's why it's even better because it stacks with her monk shit.
So it's max HP going up that. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
I love it.
Puts me at exactly 100 hit points each day.
Nice.
Where's that cliff?
No.
I'm ready to talk to a vampire.
No. Okay.
I've been practicing.
All right. Okay. All right. So say I am the big scary vampire. What do you do? What's the first thing you're going to open with?
Hi, nice to meet you. How long have you been alive?
1,000 years or some bullshit.
Wow. What was it like when you died?
As you're wearing the
Give me
fucking BGM
performance
shirt,
check, Abby. Just to help you with your own role play. So if you want to be like a really shitty vampire, you can.
It was excruciatingly painful. I got a 6.
Nice. So do you just go?
vampire because
Bleh.
Yeah, basically.
and fuck forever.
I
Okay.
hear you have special powers. What are they?
I can turn into a fart cloud.
Bet.
That's stinky.
I just started watching what we do in the shadows, and I love it so much. I love that the whole premise of the show is just like, but what if they're fucking morons? Okay, yeah.
So meanwhile, in the basement, Axel, you get
So,
to
yeah.
Sekal's.
Yeah. So I just Sekald. Hello. Hey. Don't you done with the walls in the basement now?
You would have just got done with it. Is that you think of what I said? He just finishes.
Did you knock?
There was no door left. It's just we're in the unfinished space now.
No, this was in 22, which was effectively a
Yeah.
storeroom and still had a door. My
Yeah.
lab is 23 and 24 with the wall removed.
Oh well, then I'm completely lost because I came through the tunnel under the house.
Oh no, it would still lead to there. So, and you can hear where
Yeah,
Sekal's
the
at. So you're there.
door wasn't the part that got destroyed. It was the wall that was like the outer wall.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to go around the other way.
Poor Axel gets lost in our house.
No, he was
It's
outside.
specifically the basement.
I also
Both
find
last
it really
night and
funny
today.
because I'm just imagining he's like, "Where's Sekald? I shall follow his scent," and then follows to the hole because that's where
Where he
Sekald
was
went.
last. Yeah.
But then he's since sealed it up.
Kind of the image I got, not gonna lie.
Absolutely correct. He'd be
He
like,
just starts talking before he turns the corner and then sees it fully sealed and is like,
Oh. And it just turns around and walks out. So, but eventually, do you have any powder silver? Also, can we put a door right there?
So you didn't answer the question. Did you or did you not knock?
Oh, no.
Come on.
I throw the trident
Hey.
at the door.
Okay.
This is where I'm waiting for Katie to do this, and she just catches it.
All right.
"Hey, did you drop this?"
Oh. Here you go. Sorry.
He teleports it back to his hand before you even touch it.
Okay. But then
The point is it was thrown.
It's like a keyblade.
okay, so after the reminder, he will close the door, rap on it very gently with his hammer, and then open the door again. And be
I kind of want to throw the trident again, but let's skip that part.
well,
you want.
he's got his big maul in the front of his face just in case. Just wondering if you had any powder silver you could spare.
Do you got a tin cup? Hello, my dear neighbor. Do you got any powdered silver?
That took me
Oh.
a second to process. I'm sorry. I'm
Right.
like, wait, how could crushing up a tin cup?
I was thinking about that movie. I was like, what?
Sorry,
What's
that was
Kevin
that was
Costner
a
have to do with
very
anything?
that was a very old school reference. But
No, I understand the neighbor asking for some sugar, sure,
Yeah,
but
Same. But
it was
took me
it was a
moment to
little
process.
oblique.
Okay, I have to ask the DM a quick question.
Mhm.
Would I have some powdered silver on hand? I don't
How
have
mu-
anything
how-
tell me specifically.
how much silver coins do you get?
Yes. I'm not going to sit here and count that out. Yes.
How much of it would you practically make into powder for alchemical components? Because I think the only spell that requires powdered silver isn't wizard spells. It's actually for ceremony and for blessed water.
I'm pretty sure there are several spells that require it.
So to answer Axel, it's like, how many silver coins do you have?
Okay. Well, in that case, I will have to go into town maybe, and then I will have to talk to you again.
Abby has plenty of silver coins on her.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm probably going to need a little bit of money changing because I don't think I have.
Keep in
that
mind,
many.
that's a shit ton of silver powder. Now I think about it, 25
I-
gold worth.
I was gonna say as I've only got 6 SP right on me, so
It's
like
250 coins.
Oh,
made
never mind.
into powder.
yeah, that's gonna be a lot of silver powder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 50 coins makes an ingot, so it'd be 5 ingots of silver, which is still a lot.
Mm-hmm. Maybe just go into town, and then I'll come bring you the ingots. Yes.
So, if you guys want to with your money, it can be in whatever form you want it to be.
Okay. Well, I will go ahead and invest in enough silver powder to make 2 castings of ceremony.
Okay, so you buy 50
For-
gold worth.
Yes.
Okay.
So apparently the spells that require powdered silver are magic circle, protection from good and evil, and ceremony.
So cold. Would you
Oh,
have
and
some
see
for?
invisibility.
Yeah. Would you have some for seeing visibility and magic circle? I don't
mean,
think he.
has
I
either
don't
of
think you
those.
have those spells.
Neither of them, no.
Okay, so you probably wouldn't have any.
I just want to have some holy water on hand in case we are fucking with a vampire and he decides to get fresh.
I thought we were planning on having holy water anyways, because I still remember the holy water ice knife idea.
Oh,
I-
Abby.
That's what I plan to do
you
with
can
the other
subtract-
bottle.
You can subtract this real quick. 25 gold for each antidote. It's normally 50.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to work, but it's going to be fun to find out. So I'm going to let Sekald have one of the vials of holy water to fuel his holy
So,
ice knife idea.
2 things. Somebody can maybe please spot me for these things because we still haven't actually sold any of the shit that Josul has. I don't have any money. I have silver
I-
coins and that's it.
I have plenty of clink. What do you need?
To pay for the antidotes, but also I have 4 doses of holy water on me because we got a couple when we were in Seton.
Oh, swell.
Thought you said Satan for just. A
I
moment.
thought she did too.
Seton.
Hail
There we
Seaton.
go. Fuck off. Fight me. Yeah, so at least yeah, that could make it so that all of us have 1 and then Sekald has 2 and one of us has 2.
Yes. Maybe let's see. Wait. So how many? There's one for Josul as well.
Mm,
Do you hand
Hang on.
Sekald the potion, the antidotes?
The antidotes or the holy water? Because I
I
will
mean,
give you. The,
I'm asking if Abby's handing him the antidote.
no. I mean, I bought them. I would have
Okay, but
disabled
I
my
know.
people with
I
my
wasn't
healer's
sure
kit stuff.
I wasn't
Strictly
sure if you
speaking,
were
I
giving
bought
them
them.
to each of us.
I am immune to poison, so I do not need to hold them. But maybe you should let Abby hold on to them. But I will pay for them.
How much of downtime do you guys want to do? Because there's actually quite a bit of things you can do as downtime in Saltmarsh.
I mean, probably not that much. We're mostly just setting up to go take out a vampire.
Okay, so
Yes.
probably just this day.
Yeah, probably just like a couple of hours. I was hoping we could maybe try and do it before the day is out, or
Yeah,
at least like
We
I'm,
need the
I'm reading
sunlight.
up on here, and apparently you can do mercenary work, which is equivalent to being like caravan cards or personal protection for merchants. This would be
Maybe after.
It wouldn't be like an adventure that we would actually play out. It would just be like for each week, I would just say you earn this much gold. Doing that.
I just want to go talk to this vampire so bad.
I still have mute.
So I'm gonna make sure that one of the I'm gonna keep one of them with my healer's kit, and I'm actually gonna give Katie the other one because you are very, very fast. And I know that poison doesn't do anything to you, but you're very, very fast. And if I can't get to somebody, then hopefully you can.
Look, if we insist on letting this foolishness happen with allowing Katie to interview this vampire, can we not at least plus protection from?
Okay,
I
I
don't
said
need it, I'm
nothing
good.
about talking to a vampire. I am talking merely about having an antidote in case one of us gets poisoned again.
I am supremely
also-
disinterested in allowing him to even have a breath in. I just want to light his ass up and then just snipe him.
Same.
You're getting.
So
But-
Do you have the mirrors already?
Just
yeah,
all
I
did
stuck them
have-
on the cart.
Yeah, we
Okay,
bought them at the other town. We just had to get them off the boat.
That's right.
Josul did have a point. I did like the idea that he had of actually talking to this thing because, I mean,
I still do not understand why we believe that anything this guy says could be credible or even useful. I mean, like, he's just trying to save his skin.
Hey, Scotty,
hmm
he
can you
is,
put
but
up a
that's what
whiteboard
zone of-
behind you with days talking about vampire and just add an extra tally there for me, please?
Yeah.
I know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because we are
But,
going
like-
in the same around again
It's been 0 days. Okay.
since
got
the
it.
last time we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, so our plan was that we would go in, we will give him the thing of, hey, you need to tell us what your dirty secret is, and then we will let you out. And then if he lies to us or doesn't say it, it won't tell us anything, then we just gank him. And if he does
Let's
tell
go
us,
do it.
then we gank him.
Come on, let's go.
You.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's I hate to agree with Katie on this, but we've been talking about it for ages. We need to make a decision. Let's take care of it now.
Yeah,
And
we
we
just
stop
go. We just
talking
go in
about
and do it. Like,
There's no harm to talking about him, especially because we go in there. I'm going to cast protection from good on Katie so she cannot
no,
be
no, no.
charmed.
I don't need
I'm
that.
casting
I
it
don't need
anyway.
that, but
I'm
I
not
don't need it.
asking.
I don't need it. I'm good. You
asking.
don't understand. It's gonna be fine.
I almost believe you want to be a liability today.
No, you don't understand. It's fine
Why is it fine?
because it's not gonna affect this head.
I
Don't
can't tell
worry.
if that's just because you think you have a thick skull and are too hard-headed for it to work, or if you actually have some spooky monk stuff.
What's that? No, we're fine. Let's do this.
Okay, so no, it's totally you need to cast the protection.
No, come on. I pick up my bag and I start walking out of the house. I'm going to find this vampire.
Did we
Whether
tell her where he
anybody comes
is?
with
I was
or
gonna say,
not.
do we
You
know?
guys know where he's at. You roll there.
We do. Does she?
I don't think she was there.
I
I
like-
don't think she was there.
She was.
Unless
she
you
was laid
guys,
up.
okay, unless you guys specify that you've told her at some point. I guess she wouldn't know.
She was kind of laid up.
As
She-
far as I know, the vampire's in town somewhere. I'm heading for town.
You know, it has
She's just
something
gonna
to
start
do with-
knocking on doors asking for vampires.
You would definitely
Oh
know,
my god.
just from
Okay.
what I know from overhearing their conversations. It has something to do with crabs.
Okay, so we will need to follow her because she is very, very quick, and I can follow her but not before I run. She's gonna keep going before I run out of spells.
I honestly don't know if this is a problem. I feel like she kind of solved it herself.
Cuts
feel
to like Sonic the Hedgehog blur
eventually,
legs.
process of elimination, she could find the right spot. And besides, we need to go deal with this anyway.
Well, so let's go there
Katie.
directly and let her figure out for the long way.
Katie, roll me investigation.
Yep.
S.
It would be charisma if you want to, or intelligence.
Hang on, I'm a rolling. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
What was your total?
It's a 3.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
you're
rolled
one.
a 1.
So you're going around town and you're doing the most ineffective way possible to ask people if they know
Aw.
anything about the vampire or crabs.
going door to door. Avon calling.
So
She's
the
probably
funny
just
thing
like
about
knocking on the
this-
door, like, "Do you have crabs?"
Do
you have
a crab?
The
They
funniest
put
part
candy
about
in my
this-
bag for no
If-
reason. I'm like, thank you. I keep going.
Nice
The funniest-
costume.
The funniest part about
Is
this,
it Rain of Misrule today? Shit.
if she split this into 2 separate questions, she's going to get some people that say no, we don't have any idea about a vampire, and the other half is going to be, yeah, there's crabs living off the docks as we speak. From every single house she goes to.
Our crabs are the freshest.
See, this investigation is less of them knowing the answer or not, and more of like her being able to get the answer out of them. So I'm just saying, with the 3, it was just so rude that they just don't give her the answer she needs. So it's probably like, "What are you doing on my property? Get off my property!"
I say tomato. What do you say? You say, what are you doing?
Don't
on
you
my-
have like
or-
adventurous stuff to be doing?
Or yeah, that, or they're just like, "Ah!"
Oh, no.
Katie just runs up to their door.
The grumpiest grandpa in the village says, "Don't you have a cliff to jump off of?"
Oh no.
You mean Sekald isn't the grumpiest grandpa in the village
He's not a grandpa. Fuck you.
that you know of?
I'm fairly certain I know my own.
A little
No.
kid wanders up to Katie, and they're like, "Have you gone to the Cloud District very often?" "Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't."
I snipe
Never
that
wanted
kid.
to punt a child more in my life.
I don't
Pregnant
hesitate
Ah,
when I throw the
Another
axe.
adventurer here to lick my father's boots.
Okay,
Oh.
that one was worse.
Yeah,
I-
that would
just
get.
everyone in White Run was just an
White-
asshole.
Okay,
White wine would be a great
Okay.
name.
I have to share this. I have to. So that exact scene, Scotty.
Mhm.
I love my mods for Skyrim, especially when it comes to spells.
Yeah, the first one you do, kill kids mod.
No, No, well, I mean, not even. Well, I mean, that was one of them, but no,
only because
this
they kind of
actual-
deserve it. Sir.
actual
Jesus
spell, conjuration spell that I pulled into the game. Summon giants.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be conjuring a bed because the cards keep asking to conjure a bed.
Nope. I immediately conjured a giant, and I targeted that kid. I have never seen a rag doll freaking out in the rafters of a building so hard as I did that kid that day.
Wow.
I had the Midas magic mods.
I love that one.
They were great.
Yeah.
Don't ever use the dragon one inside
Indoors.
a building. It slowed everything down so bad it crashed my game.
That sounds right.
Oh, so you did the dragon,
And then I
not the-
died like 15 times over because
Okay.
I happened to summon it into a fight, and then it's just like, nope, whole thing, just you died, and then the whole game
Okay,
shit out.
to get us back on track.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Sorry.
everyone but Katie doing? Because you guys were like trying to beat her there, right?
Following Katie.
I'm driving the cart, I guess.
All right, Katie is just like the credits of the Flintstones, where she gets like out of the house and then the door closes and it locks her out, and then like the lights go off inside. I don't know how many of you watch Flintstones, but
I know what you're talking about, but then doesn't like the cat? Oh
no,
yeah,
no, he wakes up the entire neighborhood because he's like, Wilma. Yeah.
So yeah, I would be following Abby's advice and heading straight towards where we know Katie won't be, and waiting for her to catch up to us at the vampire's front store.
Katie, roll me perception.
It's the last thing they'll expect.
It's rolling. Don't. Oh, it kept going.
Is there an Abby set or a cat setting for those?
I got a 15 this time.
Hey, you see the rest of the party heading off towards the docks somewhere while you're doing your crazy charade.
Can I be stealthy and see if I can sneak after them without them knowing?
That's up to their passes.
Well, I'm gonna roll a stealth
I
check.
think Axel has the best. Axel and Bryn with 17. No, 16.
We'll find out. Hang on. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, that's right. 27 on a stealth.
Holy fuck.
So Scott, what did your party achieve in D&D today? Well, they blew up some weasels, blew up part of their house, had some tea, and then
Made an average
BS'd
meat
around
pie.
town.
And then argued in the lawn for a really long
To
time.
to be honest, that's a lot more done than
was great.
some sessions do. But okay, you're sneaking up behind them, so they don't know you're there. Okay, so the rest of you get to Crabber's Cove with Katie in
Okay.
tow without you knowing.
Yeah, so I will begin setting up the mirrors out from the setting up from the outside and just like
Okay, the
getting them in
the
position.
swarms of crabs start like coming over to it, and they like push it over.
Shoot.
Do I see a
Abby
way to sneak in
remembers
the
the
building?
crabs and would bring a broom. So I just bring like a broom and start shoveling them away from the
I'll just,
They're aggressively like snipping at the broom, and it
Is
just
it like
it's
a-
the comical like off camera where like you see the broom and you're like, oh, to put it there, and you're like, and you like pull it back, and like most of that part's gone.
Is it
They're just like climbing up a bit, and it's like ting 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 on my plate now.
is it like a swarm of crabs?
Oh yeah, remember
Okay.
it was like this really big swarm that was around the door.
Yeah, so Axel's just gonna go in like water jets blasting and
Only,
just like
if only someone could talk to them and let you guys through and be their
Or-
friend.
or we could have a crab bake. I mean,
Do I see while they're doing this any way to sneak into the building that isn't the way they're going in?
No, you don't even see where the heck they're trying to go in because these crabs are like way over top of this door.
like Christmas Island up in
Yeah,
this
we're
bitch.
just like so
Like
the
this
house.
is hundreds of crabs. Like
The
it's a lot
house
of
is like
crabs.
one of those beach houses where like the it's built on stilts, right?
Mhm.
And what you can't see is at the second half of the house, there's like a somewhat like a basement that's buried in the dunes. Right now, it's covered by sands and crabs. Once we get clear of the crabs, and we can see that there is a door there. But from usual outside, you can't actually see it. So we're just like under the house, shoveling crabs for some reason and setting
So-
up a big ass mirror.
Several.
I'm gonna poke my head over so I can see what they're doing.
Mhm.
And when I see them trying to clear the crabs, I'm going to conjure some kind of sea creature that will eat the little crabs. I'm not sure what bigger sea creature
You know
would
what?
eat the
You know
crabs.
what likes to eat
Just
them?
imagining a
You know-
giant crab.
You know what likes to eat them? That is not a sea creature.
What?
Seals.
Axel.
That I have to summon something that's got a swim speed.
Seals have a swim speed.
Then I summon.
They do?
What's the what do you
Hold
have
on,
a
did you
CR?
just did you
limit?
just say did you
I
just
have-
disbelieve that seals have a swim speed?
I heard seagulls.
Oh, seagulls. No,
Okay.
seals. You know,
After
like
I was like, after you looked at me like I was a fucking moron, I'm like, wait a minute, am I deaf? I might be deaf.
Oh, this doesn't. This okay. What's like? How many things can you summon? Because I know it goes by CR.
I feel like it's
So-
worth mentioning though that your favorite thing, the octopus, also is very fond of eating crustaceans.
Just so you know,
Not very fond of hanging out on the beach though.
a seal's CR is 0.
What CR is a crab?
0.
There you go.
But but it's a swarm of crabs. A huge swarm.
I
Well-
guess.
Axel's not above turning to firebolt if the need arises.
I mean, if I think the octopus would eat the crabs, I think I just summon 2 of them because they can hold their breath for up to an hour.
Roll me nature check. Why not?
Oh boy.
Yeah, like if they continue to be too much of a pest, like I was trying to be gentle with them and just like shoo them away with water, but if they're gonna be a pain in the ass, then I'm just gonna start cooking them.
Abby has handle animals too. Animal handling. That's what it
I-
is now.
I just
that's
think-
right. I can call Cerulean, my sea slug, and he can take care of them for me like a big shepherd slug.
15.
You know that if given the right circumstance, like overwhelming odds of numbers against octopi, crustaceans will actually eat them. They'll like chop off. They'll like grab their legs and chop them off and eat them. This is real,
Ugh.
by the way.
Nature's metal as fuck.
It is.
Damn, nature, you scared.
But crabs also do the same thing to themselves. They will actually rip off each other's arms in battle.
I
I
just.
And
perfect
beat
gift
each
for the-
other with them.
Perfect.
All
gift
right,
for
all
the-
right. So I summon 8 seals, and in the cacophony of seals that are summoned, I'm gonna try and slip in the door once they eat some of them.
Okay, so we're not gonna roll. We're not gonna do the combat. There's no need. With the combination of Axel's fire thing, cantrip, and the seals, SEAL Team 6. Wait, how many? 8. SEAL Team
8.
8.
It's not how
What does
the
everybody?
system
What is
works.
everyone else doing to clear these crabs? Because they're clearly like not wanting to let you guys in. Like you have to wipe them out. They're not acting naturally.
That's
I
not
look
how-
at the seals that were just summoned, and then I look.
One's
like,
got an
Yeah,
eye
that's the
patch.
question.
One's got an eye patch, and he's got like a mohawk. you
Did
know?
they just
The other one's got like a
appear,
cigarette. Yeah.
like
Yep.
magically?
yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Katie, where are you?
Katie,
Roll perception.
There's seals like
They're back at home.
10 feet away. No, there's always like one seal that follows me. At least.
Roll me
I
a
don't think
d6.
one would help with a swarm.
Well, I know, but it's you know,
It's
me roll a d6.
Yes.
I was gonna say is couldn't
5.
That's how
Brennan
many
come-
seals are out in the water.
come up the shoreline?
I got an 18 on my perception check.
You don't know where Katie's at, if Katie's even here.
Fine, we'll just go talk to him alone.
I don't- I'm scared that the seals with that are smoking are gonna be
All right.
mean to my seals.
You see,
So-
you see the 8 seals have like M16s, and they go, and they like shoot away all the crabs.
Okay.
So for the sake of not ruining the surprise here, I would like to leave the last mirror covered as they go in to interrogate this guy for the first time, and then once they go in, I'm just gonna stand there with the cover on it. So if things go to shit, then it's just the lights on.
Okay.
Aziz
You-
light.
You eventually clear out enough of the crabs that there's not enough of them to really defend it, and they like bury themselves in the sand and scatter. It doesn't take too long. It's maybe
I
around.
try to rush past everyone and go inside.
Actually, you know what? I
You
just
all would
realized
definitely see Katie.
I
at that
can
point.
I can set Corey to like
Katie.
hold the top of the thing at the top.
Do any of
Wait,
you
and
want to? No, never mind. Katie would technically have surprised you because none of you would have seen her, so you couldn't take any actions to try to grab her as she runs past.
Like we knew she was around though. We just didn't
Here's
know
the
where she
problem,
was.
Katie. You move, you do your move, and you're in front of them, but the door is closed, and you'd have to use your action to open it.
Ow.
I mean,
Didn't
was
open the
anybody expecting
door yet?
anything else?
Do you just
we do
do you
that?
just like open the door as fast as you can?
Abby shoves her foot
Because they're like
at the
basement
base
storm
of it.
doors. Just,
I think in my haste I probably slammed into them, the push not pull.
Hmm.
And then it's like, oh, it's pull not push.
Wait, and I will cast the spell to make it so that he can't lie to you. And then I cast protection from evil on her.
I want to fight it.
And then do you guys open the door?
Can I fight that? Do I get like a wisdom save or something?
I mean, it's target touched, so I'd have to hit you.
Does it have to be a willing target?
Actually, let me check. I'm checking now.
It's funny if it's not.
It has to be willing.
Okay, you can't do it on Katie.
Whoosh into the doors.
Okay, as you open the doors, that's where we ended for the night.
Okay, real quick. I can't cast it on her. Does that mean the spell is wasted, or
No,
do I
you
just
would-
not cast
you
it,
just
or do
don't
I have
cast
to
it.
set somebody else? Okay.
You don't meet the prereqs for it, so it just doesn't happen.
Can I at least use water whips to stop her? Just trip her.
I mean, there's no stopping her. She's gonna do it anyway, and we were going to anyway. She's gonna be here with us, so there's no point.
Yeah, at least we'll have Josul with us next
I
time.
have to miss
and
next
bef-
session though.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna have
So-
to tell Scotty what I would do.
I was gonna say is, can I just reach out and tap the back of her head with that mallet and just let her lights out for a minute because she wasn't expecting it?
So I hear you,
Sure.
but also she's got the whole I pop back at 1 hit point bullshit.
plugs. So hey, let's see what everyone's got going
Hi.
on. Why don't we start with Axel? What do you got going on?
Well, the new episodes of Quantum Rose are still upcoming, but you can check out my season 1 over at youtube.com/back channel. I am also going to be continuing on in Mysteries of the Silver Fleet next Saturday on this channel at around this time. And that's about all I've got right now.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was looking at Zoom. Katie, what do you got going on?
Not a lot this week. It's quiet. No Skull and Shackles tomorrow because one of our players is on vacation. Maybe Tuesday night we'll play some Cthulhu. It always depends on availability of players and such, and if people are busy, we aren't going to play, so maybe. But you can see stuff on my channel on Canny_adventures, or follow me on Twitter for updates and things of that nature. And that's kind of it for this week.
All right, Abigail, what do you got going on?
Hi, hello.
Besides getting mad at everybody for blowing up the house and trying to run at vampires.
I didn't
I
blow
just-
up the
I
house.
just-
It was just the garden.
Shit.
you broke the mic going so high.
It wasn't even the mic. That was just my voice. That was 100% just me.
So what do you got going on?
My next thing is on Monday. Mondays. Our Baltimore by Night episode goes live. This one is a lot of fun. It's super cool. We have our new person that just joined the team, Reese. He's super cool. And a lot happened. Like a lot more than I thought happened than it did. Yeah, it was a mess. And for once in her life, Callie's character was not the one getting traumatized. It's mine.
I also got traumatized.
Okay, so that was less of like traumatized and more of like getting therapy. So it was like reliving it, but it wasn't like adding more on. Oh yeah, no, there was a bit. Okay, yeah, no, there was a little bit more of adding on there. I forgot about that. I was just remembering the bit with the therapy talking, and then like, no, it definitely got worse before it started to get better.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so go watch it. It's super fun. It's on my channel, Crow and Chimera on youtube.com. So go check that out and keep an eye on my Twitter because hopefully I will soon be posting some stuff to Storytellers Vault. They just opened it up to allow V5 stuff for Vampire the Masquerade. So I'm super excited about that. So yeah.
All right, I think that's a good time. We'll go to Bryn. What do you got going on?
Hello, I'm Callie, Cap Callie on Twitter. I sometimes do art. When? I don't know. But
Whenever life lets you.
whenever life lets me. If you want to see that, you should follow me. because sometimes I post stuff. And I'm in Call of Cthulhu and our Wednesday game and Retroverse Vaccine, which is Aya's not there, so I'm probably not gonna cry. But I still might cry. Who knows? It's a cry time for Callie. That is should just be called cry time for Callie. But anyway.
You could probably very easily do a Twitch stream where it's just you talking called Cry Time for Callie.
Yeah. I get very emotional about my two dumb characters that I play in that game. I cried over one today. Anyway, you might see writing about her soon, but who knows? Yeah. She's great. You should see her on Friday. But that's it for me. I'm sorry for taking up time.
It's okay. Sekald, you got any closing things?
I actually do for a change, because since we had the one shot for the Halloween special in our normal spot, in 2 weeks, I'm hoping we get back to our corruption campaign, where we just found out that the wards for Del Diablo are gone. And it's a rough time. There was a lot of jetpacks, a lot of people flying around the air.
A lot of someone casting a really powerful AoE spell that hits the whole party.
I mean, it still hit my targets. I mean, somebody's targets. And then there's also your Wednesday game. I don't know if we're still having that on the regular schedule or something's coming up.
We should be.
Okay, so yeah, Ice Wizard supporting an ice campaign. Rime of the Frost Maiden coming back up. I'll finally be able to.
It's a very ice campaign.
Yes, very, very ice. But I'll be very happy to get back into that, considering this month has been absolute crap for me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what shenanigans we can get back into.
Awesome. And on that note, I guess I will say, if you guys haven't seen it, we did the one shot yesterday on Friday. I don't know when this will be up on YouTube, but it's Weekend at DJ Strahd's. An adventure that was made on the DM's Guild. It's a one shot. It's just called Weekend at Strahd's, but I made it Retroversy. And Black Chan and Captain Callie were there, and they had a good old time. I wore this outfit because it's the Halloween special, and since this is the game before Halloween, or on Hallows Eve, I wish you all a very spooky Halloween.
Good night, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.
Please treat, don't trick.